Hello, my name is Jilly, and I'm so glad you stopped by for your free reading today. Aries. Please like and subscribe and check out some of my jewelry and easy, cheap recipes on the links below. Okay, let's get started. Aries. So today we're going to use the Angel Answers deck. Okay. And we're going to ask the divine, your higher power, creator, whatever your spiritual foundation may be. We're going to ask for guidance today for Aries. I apologize. I was trying to multitask. It happens a lot when you have children. Okay, Aries. Let's see what's been happening to you. Divine, help me to be able to clarify any kind of situations that are pressing to Aries. Okay, so angels guide me. Okay, so you always start off with a particular answer to something that's pressing in your mind, Aries. So whatever it was that you were thinking was off, or maybe you were questioning something that somebody did, or maybe you were questioning whether someone would do something in particular. It's saying here as an answer, it's unlikely. It is unlikely that what you might think of the situation, that it's going to have any kind of power, or it's just unlikely that that situation would happen. Okay, it's something that you're assuming might be an outcome to something, and that's not the case. Or it's unlikely that this person would hurt you, or it's unlikely that this situation would get any better. It depends on what your question was. Okay, so that's pretty much the answer to it. It's unlikely. Okay, either it's unlikely to change, or it's unlikely that the situation is what you think it is. Like it's just not. It's not gonna happen, or it didn't happen, or it's unlikely that this person has ill intentions or things of that sort. So, or if you were waiting for an answer specifically, it's unlikely, whatever the situation is. Okay. Okay. So, the next thing is big happy changes. Maybe you needed this answer. Kind of looks like it. Maybe you needed that answer right there in order to move on to your big happy changes. Right? Maybe that's what you needed to clarify. I'm hoping that I was helpful in that. Okay, maybe you needed to clarify something in order for you to understand what your next move is, which is big happy changes. So your spirit guides, if you look here, look at how beautiful this card is. I always say I love this card because it's so bright, it's so vibrant, it's on a higher frequency. Okay, and it's just really, really nice. So whatever the change is going to be, it's going to benefit you. You're going to feel happier because of it. Okay. um that's what spirits are telling me right now, but let's go more deeper into the reading, okay, and try to get some more information. So your third card is if you believe. Okay, Aries, maybe you've felt like maybe something wasn't gonna come through, or maybe you felt like I mean, let's face it, we all get insecure. We're not perfect beings, right? So let's get into that part, right? Maybe you don't believe that you deserve something or someone else deserves something. Maybe that clarifying of this maybe is going to help in that decision, in that change. And maybe if you believe just a little bit more, believe in your angels, in your higher being, your creator, um, like our creator, our uh, um, believe in a higher, whatever your higher power is. Maybe if you kind of tap into that a little bit more, this will help you in this big, beautiful change that's coming for you. Okay, Aries? If you believe, Aries, and look at how beautiful that looks though. Do you see that? It's this this beautiful radiance, and it's just, if you were to believe, it's like this radiance, this energy would start, this frequency would start working for you, you know. Have a little bit of faith in yourself, maybe the people around you. Maybe you need to have a little more faith in yourself and the people around you. Believe that you deserve the best. Believe that good things are coming to you. Believe, Aries. Yes? Okay, let's work on that, right? So you could get those big happy changes. Yes. Believe that you deserve these wonderful changes in your life. Believe that it's going to turn out okay. Okay? Believe. So, let's go on to the next one. Yes. Yes. If you need a further confirmation, I mean, you can't get it any better than this, than a yes. Right? Right? What you were thinking at that moment when they said this. To believe, and that big happy changes are coming. Yes. This is very true. Okay? As true as you need air to breathe. Okay, Aries? All right. Maybe you want to take a minute and just think about um, this situation, but I think it's pretty much clarified at this point. It's unlikely, whatever it was. Okay? And so big changes are going to come if you just believe. Yes. Yes. That's true. Yes. That's what's going to happen. Yes. Believe these things. Believe in yourself. Believe in all your wonderful talents. And Aries, you know, you're strong, independent. You are very adamant about the things that you want in your life. You make good decisions about what you really want. You know, your spirit calls out to you and you know what's good for you, right? So, yes, Aries. Okay? Now, the situation will improve. Okay, maybe you had a tiff, or maybe there's something going on in at work, or a situation where there was an issue, you know, and it caused you to question. I guess that's why it's clarifying so much. Like it's unlikely and yes, and do you understand? Maybe it's because you wanted to know whether the situation was going to improve if you reacted a particular way, or you went at it at a particular way, you know, you confronted it in a particular way, if the outcome would be what you wanted it to be. And so it says the situation will improve. You got it, Aries? Okay. The situation will improve. And we know that anyway. We knew that by the second card, because the second card said big happy changes. And look at how vibrant. It's almost blinding how beautifully vibrant. And I mean, let that reassure you. It's this energy, this vibration, okay? Okay. All right. So it says the situation will improve. Okay, if you go about it the way that you wanted to go about it, or you know what you were questioning, well, if you go about it the way you want to go about it now, independent Aries, it will work out better. The situation will improve. Okay. All right, here's your sixth card. Remain positive. Wow. And look at, once again, that light. It's so beautiful. And if you just remain positive, it will work for you. Your outcome will come out the way you want it to, as long as you remain positive in the situation. Because it said this situation will improve, right? If we go back and it says yes, you see, it keeps on clarifying that this situation will improve. It says all you have to do, your part in all of this, is to remain positive and be positive to other people and let out this wonderful light that you have. Okay? And that will bring in the results that you wanted, Aries. Okay? It's definitely a win. Okay? As long as you remain positive. Okay? So now, what we're going to do, Aries, is we're going to go into Moonology, okay, to clarify and to kind of get a little bit more deep into, you know, let's get a little more meat, right, on this reading. Let's see what's going on, right? Okay, let's see. Let's see, Aries. Spirit guides, please guide me, that I may be able to guide Aries. Please guide Aries. Please give me a reading based on their higher good and higher understanding, and that it may heighten their frequency and find joy, love, compassion, and good in their life. Of course, because we wish the best for Aries. Okay. Okay, so I think that's enough shuffling. Okay. Okay, so we're going to clarify unlikely by looking at a new romantic cycle begins. A new romantic cycle begins. It's unlikely. Maybe this person, maybe it's a particular person. Okay, maybe you were thinking about a particular person, and it was unlikely that something was going to work itself out in the way that you planned for it to work out, or you weren't sure, like you were on the bench about somebody or some particular situation. Okay, Aries, and it says here a new romantic cycle begins, right? Okay. And it says it's unlikely, right? So maybe the unlikely is whatever was in the past, that's not going to help you. It's unlikely to help you in your future. Period. It's just not. Is that possible? All right. That's something for you to think about, right? Maybe you were thinking in terms of career. Well, in my career, will I get this in this particular job? No, it's not likely. So you reach for a better job. You understand that it's kind of that kind of a situation. I would never tell you to leave a lover or a romantic partner. You know, this is all vibration and energies. So you might feel this way today, and it might be this way today, but it says unlikely. Whatever it was, and it says a new romantic cycle begins. So that means it's unlikely that you're going to have a new romantic cycle. This is what it's saying. So what am I saying here? Or it's, right? Certain things don't work out, certain things do, right? It really depends on you, Aries, right? And you're very picky. Aries is picky with their lovers, with their romantic partners, because they have to see something intriguing in them, something that expands their mind, something that helps them. It's very, very possible. I've met Aries many times, of course. I have many Aries friends, and in their lives, they are very picky about their romantic partners because they're very short fused and they don't have time for nonsense. And if anyone were to ever try to play around with Aries, he would know immediately, or she would know immediately, because Aries is a sharpshooter, right? And so it says unlikely a new romantic cycle begins, right? Okay, so what am I saying? In certain cycles in life, right? People go with you, and some certain cycles in life, people don't. They just don't. And it's because they're not what you were looking for. Or even in career wise, it's not what you're looking for, right? It's just not working for you, right? And sometimes you have to just tell yourself the truth, and not everything is always right, like not everybody's for you, right? And so is it unlikely that you're gonna have a cycle of love? Yeah, it's unlikely with this particular person. Maybe they're not trustworthy, maybe they have other intentions, right? I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that's only for that. It could be even something in the past already. You were already getting ready to let go of it, right? So it says big happy changes, Aries. See, immediately, boom. You go on to the next thing and it says big happy changes, right? Now let's clarify and see what's going on with that, right? Let's see how this works out with Moonology. So it says surrender to the divine. Big happy changes. Surrender to the divine. What? Divine timing, right? Sometimes, some people, I mean, it's just not the right time. If you surrender to the divine to give you the wisdom that you need to understand whether this is a good situation for you or not, right? Right? And then kind of let yourself heal. Sometimes when you have to heal, you reach out to your creator or your angels, or you reach out, right? And you pray and you ask for that wisdom, and that big wisdom that comes back to you is big happy changes, And as long as you believe, if you believe that things are going to change, then they will, right? You just got to surrender to the divine. Meditate. Ask yourself what you really want, right? That's more important, isn't it, right? You like your independence, Aries. And you have very, very short fuse for nonsense. And that's looking pretty much what that was over there. I'm so sorry to bring it up that way. But, yeah. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So let's okay, in terms of clarifying, if you believe, okay, if you believe, then things will get better, of course. Luck is on your side. Just believe, right? Believe that things will get better for you. Some people believe that if they, God forbid, I'm not saying this is your situation, not every reading resonates, okay? But let's say some people think that, if they break up with somebody, their whole world is going to end. And the reality is that they need to believe that they will be okay without this person, Sometimes it's that simple. You know, you have to believe and give yourself the chance to make that big change. You remember, at the end of the day, um, you're numero uno, Aries. Why would you ever, right? Why would you ever want less for yourself, ever, right? So, okay, so let's, luck is on your side, right? You're not going to fall, you're not going to crumble if this person doesn't answer what it is you want. Okay? So, yes, let's clarify that. Yes, I think that's pretty much, let's just get into it, right? Yes. Yes, what do you need to release? Oh, wow. That's so funny. But then it's not, right? Because you have to do with the Aries, right? Release. What are you releasing, right? Yes. The answer to that is yes. So it says to release. What are you releasing? Are you releasing? There could be so many different things that you can release in your life that are weighing you down. We all know that. It's just part of life, right? Okay, so in the midst of all of these things we want to release, right, Aries, in life, what is the one thing that's making you feel unhappy in a real way, right? Like it's just not working for you, you know? Like literally you need to just go up to the situation and say, I'm sorry, but you're just not working for me. Whether it's something it could be as simple as health, right? It could be love, it could be relationship, right? It could be whatever, just a job, right? What do you need to release? Ask yourself this question, right? And then when it comes up into your mind, your angel is saying, yes, that's what it is. It could be right now as I'm as you're hearing me, you're like, oh, well, I can really use not dealing with this right now. And your angel's like, yes, huh, very good. What is that thing? Ooh, what is that thing? You might need to release it, okay? I'm sorry. Ugh, it sucks when something really, I'm sorry. The situation will improve, okay, Aries? You got this, Aries. I mean, you're an Aries. Woo! You are strong, okay? The situation will improve, okay? Have a little faith, like I said here. If you believe, luck will be on your side. Okay? The situation will improve. So let's see. You are good enough. There you go. The situation will improve. You are good enough. Maybe this person or whatever the situation may be, maybe they made you feel less than? Like you weren't good enough. Because it says here, you are good enough. This situation will improve. Maybe, I mean, let's face it, sometimes you have financial issues, whatever, you think you're not good enough. Somebody else comes in, has some money. They make you feel bad and low and down. But if you were to just easily just go and get whatever you wanted out of your life, the situation will improve and you wouldn't have to ask this person for anything or rely for this person for anything. You are good enough, Aries. You go and you get what you want. You are good enough, right? And once you understand, I want you to say this for a whole week and you'll see a complete turnaround. Just, I am good enough. Because it says here, you are good enough. So you're having this issue, this question about yourself, whether you're good enough or not. You are, Aries. You are. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Now, tell yourself the truth when everybody else is lying. Tell yourself, I am good enough. All right? Forget about the naysayers, right? Remain positive. You see? There you go. Just tell yourself that. I am good enough. I'm good enough to get my own money, to have my own home, to have my own things in my life. I am good enough. And once you start saying that about yourself, you'll be fine. Because it'll remind you of how wonderful you are, Aries. And all your wonderful qualities and skills. And no one can take that from you. And you'd be damned if someone takes that from you, right, Aries? Because you're independent and strong and lovely. Wonderful. Yes, you are. So remain positive. Step out of your comfort zone. Okay? Maybe you got comfortable with this person, right? Or you got comfortable at this job. And you don't want to leave it because you feel like, and that's okay, because, excuse me, we all have bills and things to pay, right? Okay, but in a relationship, right, and pertaining to this relationship, okay, and maybe letting go of anything that was wrong or bad or any changes, it doesn't have to necessarily be a relationship. It could be changes of things, of behavior, certain things that's happening with you in your life. Maybe you have to change, Just remain positive in these changes, okay? Remain positive and step out of your comfort zone. Speak nice to yourself. Speak nice to others, okay? Step out of your comfort zone. Right? Stop hiding. That's not like you, Aries, most of the time. Right? Most of the time you're super independent and you go for what you want. You're a go-getter, a go-getter. You just go out there, and you get what you want, Aries. Maybe this person's bumming you out, like on a serious level. And you're just like, no. And you need to just get on on a positive frequency. This is how you're feeling, right? So, but in order to do that, you got to do like a quantum jump. A quantum jump is when you go and you do something like you just leave. You just leave and you go on a vacation for a day or two. Like you just go somewhere else and sleep somewhere else and do something else. And I'm not talking about sexual. I mean, you just need a minute. Where you could be positive, where you could see something beautiful, go to a museum, just whatever your interests are, because you have your own, Aries, you have your own interests, okay? You don't need to be told what your interests are. You have them. You have your own hobbies and your own, like, friends and family. Go visit them. Remain positive, okay? Step out of your comfort zone. Maybe you got too comfortable with this pandemic and you just kind of you're bummed out right now, so just get out of it, all right? Because you're super independent and you got it going on. So here we go. Okay, now I'm gonna just put one more let me pull out an affirmation card. Hopefully this might help. Okay, for you. Okay, Aries, just an affirmation card. Hopefully this will help. Spirit Divine, please give me an affirmation card for Aries. Ooh. All right, Divine, Universe, Creator, give me an affirmation for Aries today. So here we go. So what does it say here? It says, okay, I know that money flows to me freely when I pursue my passions. Just one second, honey. I know that money flows to me freely when I pursue my passions. I am abundant. Okay? You want to tell yourself this, Aries. Okay? Every day. I know that money flows to me freely when I pursue my passions. Okay? I am abundant. Sorry, I apologize. That's my son. I know that money flows to me freely when I pursue my passions. I am abundant. So, Aries, this is your reading. And remember to tell yourself every day, I am abundant. Okay? So you can draw in exactly what you want. Have a nice day, Aries.